Hello everyone, it's Mrs. Hinde-Taylor and I'm going to be reading Chapter 4 of Baby Aliens Got My Teacher by Pamela Bookchart and illustrated by Thomas Flinton. In the story so far we have met Izzy, who is a primary school pupil, and she has witnessed some kind of incident. We don't really know what the incident is about yet, but it's something to do with her teacher, Miss Jones, who has been displaying some rather unusual behaviour. Anyway, we're going to pick up on Chapter 4 today. Entitled Miss Jones is a Weirdo. On Wednesday, Miss Jones stood at the door and patted our heads when we walked into the classroom. Then she started calling us all weird names like pumpkin and peach and pomegranate when she was doing the register. I thought maybe we were going to be starting a new project on fruit or something, but we didn't. Instead, Miss Jones gave us all sweets and said we could watch a film. I got really excited because Miss Jones never gives us sweets or lets us watch films, not even when it's the last day of term. So we all got comfy on the floor with the big cushions, and then Miss Jones sat on the floor with us. I'd never seen a teacher do that before. The film was okay to begin with. It was about a huge meteorite that was heading towards Earth, and everyone was panicking because the Earth was going to explode. But then it got all soppy and Miss Jones cried so much that Zach nearly had to get the nurse just to calm her down. Then Miss Jones just sat there hugging her teddy and saying, "This is my favourite film of all time." That's when I knew Miss Jones had gone bonkers. If this was her favourite film, why would she be crying so much all the way through it? That afternoon, Miss Jones said that it was high time we did some meditation. Oh, look at the picture. So we sat with our legs crossed and said, for ages. I didn't really understand what meditation was for, but Miss Jones said it was for relaxing, and she must have been right because Maisie Miller got so relaxed that she fell asleep on my leg. Or maybe she just fainted again. You can never tell with Maisie Miller. One time I tried to show Maisie my ingrown toenail just before I had my toenail removal operation, but she fainted before I even got my sock off. We were supposed to keep our eyes closed during the meditation, but I peeked to see if anyone else was peeking. And Zach was peeking too. And then he saw me peeking and whispered, Look at Miss Jones." So I did, and she had her eyes closed and she was waving her teddy slowly backwards and forwards in the air and chanting, "Oh, you." When we were finished meditating, Zach said that Miss Jones really was being weird and asked to see the list again. He said he didn't think that Miss Jones had tipsy disease or stress, but he said that she might have craziness, so we added it to the list. Then Zach said he remembered watching a film with his mum one time. He said that in the film there was this alien who wriggled inside a woman's ear and took control of her body. He said that the alien woman had acted really nice to everyone, and then, when they became her friends, she had put little baby aliens in their ears, and they became aliens too. He said that nobody ever suspected she was going to do something bad to them because she was so nice to everyone, but really she was planning an alien invasion. So he added baby alien in the ear to the list. But then Maisie Miller woke up and heard what we were really talking about, and Maisie Miller gets really scared of stuff like that. Before we could stop her, she'd started crying and Miss Jones had seen her and come rushing over. Oh, look, there's a picture of Maisie, bawling her eyes out. I thought Miss Jones was going to start shouting and asking us what we'd done to make Maisie cry, but she didn't. She just gave Maisie a big hug and said, Now, my little lamb, what's wrong?" And that just made Maisie even more scared, and she started screaming. In the end, Maisie Miller's mum had to come and collect her because the school nurse said that she was hysterical. Oh, look, it's a little alien. I'm loving these illustrations. Oh, and that's the end of that chapter. Oh, this is a bit of a short one today. So, we've got a theory now that potentially Miss Jones has a baby alien in her ear. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll be reading chapter 5 next time. Stay safe.